Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the another tutorial. This will be the starting point of this course. In this tutorial, we are going to study some things. But before that, in the last video, I told you guys to download Xcode. If you have not downloaded it, you can go to App Store and download it. And we will be coding Swift in the Xcode. Now let's see, the first part of this tutorial is creating a file and creating an environment basically where to run the Swift. First thing first, open the Xcode and in the file, go to new and we will create a playground in order to run the code. So I recommend that you guys also do what I do. We'll go to playground and we will create a blank playground and we'll click on next. And let's just name it. I will create a playground named as Swift course. And this is our playground. So this is where we will start writing our code. First thing that we are going to cover in this video is variables. We're going to see what variable is in Swift and how to declare it. As you can see in the default code, there is already a variable, but I will clear it. Now, in order to declare a variable in Swift, you will use the word var. This word is required in order to declare a variable. After it, you will give name, and then you will give the type, and then you will give the value. This is the way we declare a variable in Swift. Now let's just create a variable. For example, I will create a variable var name, and I will create it of type string, and I will set it to Dhruv, and I will print the variable. And in order to run the code, I can click this button, or I can do Command Shift Enter. And in order to see the output on console, I can open the console from here, and when I run the code again, I will get Dhruv in the console. So this is how we create a variable in Swift. But can we create a variable A and not enter a value to it? Will it work? The answer is no, it will not work. But it will work if I do specify a type. Now it will not throw any error. I will just run the code and the code is working fine. Now you will ask me, hey Dhruv, why? Or wait, if I copy this and I remove the type, now the code will also work. But if here I don't specify the type, the code will break. Now you will ask me, hey Dhruv, why the heck is this happening? Now this is the time where I will tell you that Swift is a type-safe language. And what I mean by type-safe language is that Swift will not allow you to change the type in the future. So what it means is that at the time of declaration, you will have to specify a type. But you will ask me then, Dhruv, here we are not specifying a type. It still is working. Here we are specifying type. It obviously works. But the thing is, why this line of code works? This line of code works because Swift automatically, after checking the value, assigns a type to this variable. You can confirm it by holding the option key and clicking on it. And here you can see that it is of type string. Now, by the word type safe, maybe you already know that we cannot change the type of this variable in future, because what I said is Swift does not allow you to change type in future. I can confirm it by changing the value first, I can change the value of name to equal to ABC, and I can print name to, and I will get ABC on the console. But what I cannot do is change name to into 20, and if I run it, I will get an error that you cannot assign a value of type integer to a string. So we got the point of type safety. We can obviously do something like var a equal to 12, var b equal to 24, and then we can create a variable var c, and then we can set c equal to a plus b, and then we can print c. This works here. This works here. Also, if I delete the type and then directly add a plus b to the variable c, it will still also work. Because Swift automatically will create a variable c, and after checking the value, it will declare its type. Alright, so this was all about the variables in Swift. Moving on to data types, now let's quickly talk about data types in Swift. There are many data types in Swift available, but we are going to talk about the major ones. So one or two you have seen already. First one was string and another one was int. But there is also a data type called double. There is also a data type called bool. These are the basic data types that we require in any programming language, because these are the data types that we will work with the most. Alright, so let's just make a variable of each and every data type that is listed here. Here I have created the variables name, age, marks, is male, and each and every one of them is of the type that is listed here, and I have printed them. So this was all about the types in Swift, that there are many types available, but these are the major types that we are going to work with. Now, I told you guys that Swift is a type safe language. So what will happen if I add a double to age? Let's just see that will it work or not. I'll do age plus equal to, and let's just say I add 5.0. Will it work? The answer is no, it will not work, because again Swift is a type safe language. So how can it work? Because if we add a double, then the type of the age should be a double, but here it isn't. So we cannot do this. But we can obviously add integer to double. Yeah, that makes sense. For example, if I do marks plus equal to 5, and if I print the marks, and if I run the code, I will get the answer. So it means that I can add integer to double, but I cannot add double to integer. Now let's talk more about string. Let's just create a string, and here is the string name, and I have added my name here. And I want to make a string called greeting. I will create a string called greeting, and I want to use this name inside of this string in order to greet the user, let's just say. So what I can do, I can use string interpolation. There is something called string interpolation, which you can use in order to achieve what we desire here. So what I'll do, I will add the double commas, and I will just type a string. I'll say hey, and here I will use a backslash, sorry, and here I will just provide the name, and then I will complete the string. So by using the backward slash, and then using the parenthesis, we can use this name inside of this string. This is called string interpolation. And when I will print this string greeting, I will get greeting in the console. See, I want to talk about the multi-line string. In Swift, you can declare a string which is of multi-line. What I mean by it, that you will not have to include any new line character. You will just have to write the way you write. Let's just create one. For example, I will create a string and I will name it multi-line. It will be of type string. And now what to do in order to declare a multi-line string? We can use the double commas 3 times. And we can just write, hey guys, what is up? I am Dhruv. And what I can do, I can print this string. I will have to clear this console once. Now, when I run this code again, I get the output. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that after the 3 commas, I will have to enter the text in the new line. What I mean by is if I do something like this, it will not work. It will throw an error. And obviously if I do something like this, then also it will throw an error. So the syntax in order to declare a multi-line string is that you will add 3 commas and then you will move on to the next line and start writing. And when you are finished, then again you will move on to the next line and close the 3 commas. That's the syntax to create a multi-line string. So in this lecture, we covered about the basic syntax of Swift, how to work with strings, what is string interpolation. We learned about the type safety of Swift and basic data types. So I guess this is all for the lecture 1, and I will see you guys in the next lecture.